2,700 likes, and we are getting about 25 new people every day to like us. But what is more important than that is how many people are engaging, because you can look at some pages, they might have 42,354 people who likes them, but they have 4 people who are talking about them. So you need to see how many people are talking about it. And we have said that we want to have 25% talking about us. So today I think we have 1,100 people talking about us. And that is important, because that means that it's working, that you are engaging, because people are sending through comments. And you know, we can get, it's not only that we talk about manly murders like crime, because people would be fed up. You have to talk about other books, you have to talk about manly as such, and other things happening in the community. And that's how you get people engaged and interested in what you do. So when you have, I was going to say that if you have questions, you could just take them after, and then I just go through with my ramble. So anyway, when you have when you starting to get people to like you, then you have to be active as well. You have to do 2 things. You have to look at groups. If you are a coach, well, look up other coaching groups, what they are doing. If you are selling underwear, well, look up others, what they are selling, or maybe look up stores that are selling, or now you're doing wholesales, but still. Try to connect to someone that is in your environment, that is close to you or can be close to you. And when you have that working, you can start to interact with other businesses. And here we have someone coming. I will let her sit down.
Gunilla, that's it.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so then you can start to interact with other businesses. Like, I'm commenting on other books. I can say, congratulations, I heard you won this prize. Great, well done. Or you can talk to other publishers, or you can talk to other businesses in Manly. And when you start to engage with other businesses, it's not like a shop where you're rushing in there and saying, oh, come to my business instead. My business is better. I'm selling more things, cheaper, brighter, lighter, whatever. It is a place where we go in, you know, not to compete, but we go in to cooperate and contribute, because I might know something. And I think that's what this whole economy is about, to actually contribute. It is not about competing. It's the mindset as well. But that's another story, but that's my mindset anyway. So, coming back to what I said first, it's about building relationship like you do with your private Facebook, because I guess most of you have a private Facebook. Do you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And then you talk to your friends at work and your cousins and all of that, and you have a very friendly dialogue going. And there is a reason that Facebook has the thumbs up and not the thumbs down, because they don't want to have this environment where people are hostile to each other. People are trying to be very friendly and civilized, and it's the same in the business world, that, you know, try to help and support where you can. Like, we got a question this morning saying, how do you get to Manly? I'm new in Australia, how do you get to Manly? Well, if I were just nonchalant, I could say, well, find your own timetable. It's not for me to tell you how to get to Manly. But we can tell you how to get to Manly. Yes, you go to Terminal 3 if you're in Circular Quay and you jump on the ferry. It's that kind of environment that we want. And when you have that, things start to happen. People then say, oh, what is really Manly Murders? Isn't that a book? Yes, it's a book. Well, I like this page, I'm going to buy the book. I know nothing about the book, but I'm going to like the page, so I'm going to buy the book. And that happens all the time. And when that is happening, you then need to be ready. Again, if we come back to the shop, if people come and buy things from your shop, and you don't say, oh, I don't have a cash register, sorry, I don't have an FPOS. You are ready there with your PayPal account that is connected directly to your Facebook, so that they can easy buy things from you. So that is one thing, and then you can change the prices also, because you have, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, whatever people communicating with you. You can then change the price and say, okay, for the next 14 hours we have a special on for $19. Or you can say, just a little bit louder. Okay, talk louder. Scream. Okay, I try to do that louder. Okay, so come to ebooks, we can have a special price for that, so you can then adjust the price. You are in charge, you are in control. Or you can say, buy 2 underwears and you get a third, or whatever you come up with. It's your creativity that is the limit. And Facebook is really working. I have to say it's worked. And I have to also tell a little story behind it, because when I started to set up this, I had a consultant to help me, and he said, this is how you can do it and this is how it's going to work. And I followed in his footsteps, and his name is Nick Bowditch. If you think that his name sounds familiar, it is because today he is Mr. Facebook Australia. He later on turned out, he had his own business, but Facebook was watching him and they saw what he was doing. So he has now been hired as the business manager for Facebook in Australia. So that was good advice, and obviously he was doing something right. And so I'm still following his advice, and I had a chat to him last week, and he said, I see that you follow my advice, because you could see the likes. When we started off and we got 10, I was over the moon. Oh, we have 10 people who likes us. Oh, I think when we get to 25 or 50 or 100, and it was, you really follow it, because it is a numbers game. It is a numbers game, and you know that when you're selling to people, if you don't have any people moving, well, you won't have a lot of moves if everyone is staying in their own place. So the more people that moves, the better it is, because they will need your services. And it's the same with Facebook. The more people you have who like you and engage with you, the more likely it is that you will actually have sales coming through. And that is absolutely working. So coming back to where I started off with, just about relationship and engaging, and I know it can be tiring sometimes to thinking, do I need to find those pictures again, or do I need to do that? But I mean, you just put it onto your daily shows. This is what you have to do. And the enjoyment of talking to people, it's really so interesting. So many contacts that is coming through Facebook, and there are other business owners, and they appearing with a private name, and then they say, oh, by the way, I happen to have a bookstore and I really like what you do. But you don't know that, because you've been talking to this Anna the whole time, and you have no idea that she is who she is with her business. So there are a lot of things happening. So if you look upon that you have 25 new people that are liking you every day, you can think about that is 25 new, at least lukewarm leads. Because if they didn't like you, they wouldn't come on your page. So you don't need to do anything really. They are sort of just coming in now. But of course in the beginning you need to speed it up a little bit. So also what I wanted to say, to be personal as well. Because on Facebook people are personal, don't have the informal tone, because they need to know who are they talking to. So are they talking to the person behind it, or are they talking to a corporate? So you need to find that tone as well, what dialogue you have with people. And they can tell, because they can tell the difference when Kelly posts or when I post. They can say, oh, you've been in the state, have you? I said, how do you know? I haven't even said to anyone. Oh, I just saw the post. Because we are really acting differently, so they will really suss you out. And there's only opportunities in there. So coming back to Manly Murders, just to say that also to give something. Like we are giving 2 chapters for free, they just get them, if they like it they can do. And you have to think for yourself, what can you give?